Okay, remember that they're changing my voice. I'm not gay. Now, why would anyone sink to the despicable level of trying to make it so I, seem gay or sound gay, etc.? Well, first of all, you gotta realize that when one is a white supremacist or Jewish supremacist or LGBT supremacist, they're fucked in the head, right? Think about the Ku Klux Klan. Think about the Nazis. Think about the governing class, right? These are narcissistic people. 1 in 5 CEOs are said to be psychopaths. Many are sociopaths and narcissists, what have you. Right? They're basically all narcissists. So they are stupid. Being racist is being stupid. It's one thing to tell the truth about race, it's another thing to be a racist. To sabotage people to try to make your race or group seem superior is stupid. To be heterophobic, right? To be against straight people is to be stupid. To be angry at straight people who refuse to look gay is stupid. So you can still tell at this point that it's me, but recently they messed up my masks. I had to wash my masks. How many of you have to wash your masks that you buy at the store because there's some kind of fume that doesn't come off? I've washed them like 3 or 4 times or so in some case, and there's still some messed up fume on them. And that's basically the case right now. So I have one mask that is sort of tore up looking, and it looks like I'm trying to look like a damn horror movie or something if I wear that mask. And I'm wearing it right now, in fact, but I try to wear it only in the car, so I just went into the store right now, or to the to one of these businesses, and I did something I rarely do, which is to walk in without a mask on. There's a little bit of red on my lips. They messed up my testosterone levels, what have you, so it changed the kind of heterosexual masculine look in my eye to a kind of, a quote-unquote queer look, a gay look in my eye. Okay, so my face has a kind of gayish look to it. And I think that you've seen that a lot with people changing their faces. And I'm confident that people know that there's something funny going on with the fumes these days, and they're zooming in on people, and they're aware of the gang stalking and the political harassment, the workplace bullying, the cyber harassment, the cancel culture, the censorship, and all the things that give away that you're insane if you don't believe me, what have you. Havana syndrome, etc. So these fanatics in the West who try to make it so, now keep in mind, when you look at what's going on here, right, the word limit is a play on words for the derogatory term for English people. It starts with an L, right? It's like the fruit, the lime, right? Adding the E at the end, and the T, right? It's a play on words for that, limit. And so we see Freemasonry comes from England. A lot of these guys like Gavin Newsom look like English people, right? London Breed was the name of a mayor of San Francisco. Her name was London Breed. Gavin Newsom, right? Gay Vi Newsom. And I'm in the same state that word play is clearly applying to first and foremost. And so, they're trying to make people look just slightly gayish, just slightly Jewish-ish, in suits and Freemasonry seem superior, right? In the military, sometimes in the police, corporations and politicians, they're trying to make those people seem superior with a more masculine and commanding presence, right? They're trying to make it so they seem that way when they do not have a more masculine and commanding presence naturally. And so that's why they're fuming and poisoning me. And, because I'm not doing it their way, I don't have a mentor, they're also making it so I look scruffy to some degree. And making it harder for me to clean my car on the outside because I can't go to the the car wash because of my condition. It's a long story why that is. And when I wipe off things of my car, right, when I wash my car, I can't do a good job scrubbing it because of my condition as well, and the chemicals and fumes that they put on the car that messes up my joints. I'm going to go ahead and say this part too here, and I'm also going to say that I expect a more attractive female than I otherwise would, because they did this to reduce my ability to get an attractive female and to try to get me to quote-unquote destroy my ego. It's fucking sick. So they've also discolored part of my body, right? Right now, my legs are slightly white looking. Okay, these are racist people. Like, okay, you're gonna be half black, half white. We're gonna make the bottom half of your body look white. And it has to do with. It doesn't have to do with having pants on all the time. That's stupid. That's not why. It has to do with blood circulation and the alignment of muscles and muscle fibers and what have you. Okay, and that caused the discoloring. because they're trying to keep me from doing martial arts. That's why they keep saying, they messed up my mailbox, right? Mailbox, boxing, fencing, keeping somebody inside the construct, what have you. End up thinking inside the box. They play these stupid wordplay, Jigsaw, Riddler, punk games because they're weird frat wordplay, Masonic wordplay, college frat weirdos. And people like that, occultists, right? Magic spells and spelling. They are very immature, inferior people, very sick people, very demented and deranged. There's these crazy old farts that are doing with them. Okay. There's these sick young fools that are doing with them as well. Is what the evidence suggests, but I'm guessing most of them are probably my age and older. So as we look at this thing, we say, what's going on here? What's going on here is they're on some bitch-ass shit. They come from a long line of frat-faced, pinky-faced bitch motherfuckers. Ren and Stimpy. Cowards. Pussies. And they know that I've proved my point a zillion times over. But they're so fanatically addicted to pushing white, Jewish, and LGBT supremacy that they change my look. I'll never be gay. Okay? As the gay community harasses me, they don't become my fucking heroes or something, to make a long story short. I don't approve of what they're doing. God's spirit is heterosexual. And it's stupid to try to make it so I look gayish, so a bunch of rich, white, Jewish, and LGBT supremacists can feign superiority. When everyone knows they're a bunch of privileged scum who have ordered people to sabotage the masses so they can try to look good. They look so stupid. They look dumber than a Nazi would look if they were saying that they're superior to the people in the concentration camp and saying that they should do a comparison. Okay? In that case, at least, they had some kind of semblance of an argument of saying that they're superior to them naturally. Okay? In this case, everyone knows immediately. I'm the top martial artist ever possible. They're just a white person, just a Jewish person, just an LGBT person. What the fuck could they say? But then they stoop to the level of sabotaging me too? Worse than the Romans and the Jews in the story who crucified Christ in the story? All these years later, having many opportunities to learn from the story. Generations of having countless opportunities to learn. They made the fucking same mistake, but in a worse form. I mean, we're talking fucking idiots. Thank God Almighty, I'm not them. Thank God I'm not from their groups. What the fuck is wrong with those racist, sick, heterophobic dogs?